So the final slide then for today is slide 3. And this is our determining of the end point. So first thing to note is that I have iodine liberated. Because I have iodine liberated, that means it's going to be red-brown. What I have to do then is I have to add in some of my sodium thiosulfate solution. And when I do that, I'm going to continue adding some of that sodium thiosulfate solution until I end up with the pale straw colour. After that then, I add in starch, and starch will always turn blue-black if iodine is present. And we will still have some iodine present because it still is a pale straw colour. And I continue then to add my S2O3 2- until that blue-black colour changes to colourless. The overall volume is going to be only the amount it takes to go from red-brown to colourless. Okay? You need to know the sequence that it goes from red-brown to pale straw. You add your starch, it goes blue-black because iodine is present, to colourless. So you need to know that sequence. Now, you might be asking yourself, if I have iodine here and I'm adding in starch, why do I have to add in here some of the S2O3 2-? And the reason for that is because the I2, if I was to add the starch in at the very start, would react with the starch instead of the S2O3 2-. So that means that some of this I2 doesn't react with this sodium thiosulfate. I will end up with an inaccurate result. So for that reason, I have to titrate some of this sodium thiosulfate to bring it down to this pale straw colour. Then and only then can I add in my starch. Because there is still some iodine present, not as much as at the start because I've titrated a bit of it already, it'll turn blue-black, and then I continue to add until it turns to colourless. The titration figure that you get at the end will be from red-brown to colourless. So it doesn't matter how much of the sodium thiosulfate you add for it to go into pale straw colour. That doesn't matter. Again, always with indicators, we always only add a few drops. Again, we only add a few drops of starch here because we want to stop this from happening.